Hi, Skyline STEM students. My name is Amber. I'm a retention specialist with the STEM Center, and I'll be talking to you more today about the career exploration series that I'm leading this fall. So let me go ahead and share my screen. Cool. And so the purpose of this presentation is to help prepare you for the series. Essentially, I'll be matching you up with professionals in your field of interest to meet for a coffee chat over Zoom. And in this presentation, you'll learn more about informational interviews and how they can help you along your educational and career pathway. So the outline for today, we'll talk about what exactly is a networking or informational interview. We'll talk more about the benefits of participating in an informational interview. I'll explain ways you can find a professional to talk with. We'll talk more about preparing for virtual informational interviews. We'll go over elevator pitch, research, preparing questions, and dressing for success, of course. And then we'll talk about following up with the professional with a thank you note or email. All right, so let's talk first about networking. Networking is an essential and long-term component of all effective job searches, and over 70% of job seekers find jobs through contacts. So learning how to network is an essential skill, and it's important to start honing in on that skill as early as possible. And what is an informational interview? So it's a networking technique that allows you to connect with people from companies and industries you're interested in without the stress that comes from a typical job interview. So in other words, the roles are reversed and you have the power of interviewing someone else in order to boost your career or learn more about a career path. And what are the benefits? So the benefits are you can discover the realities of a particular career. You can evaluate how a career is compatible with your skills, interests, lifestyle, and goals. Um, Informational interviews can help you confirm that you are pursuing an appropriate career path. It can also help you choose or change your major. It allows you to make contacts with employers for networking purposes, and then you can receive suggestions on how to acquire the skills, knowledge, and experience to be successful in the field. And here are the different steps to conducting an informational interview. So you'll want to start off by assessing your needs and wants. You'll want to develop a quick elevator pitch. We'll talk more about that in a sec. You'll research the companies in your target group. I'd advise writing out an interview plan. You'll conduct the interview, and then you'll want to make sure to follow up with both yourself and the interviewee. So following up with yourself means taking time to reflect on what you've learned. And then you'll want to follow up with the interviewee by sending them a thank you note or email. So assessing your needs and wants. So this means taking time to reflect and think about what you hope to learn through this interview. For example, are you looking to see how your education can serve as a springboard for the career you are interested in? Or perhaps you want to gain new skills and move up within a field you are already working in. So those are some things you can think about. What is the goal you have in speaking with this professional? And then let's talk about elevator pitch. So you'll want to be prepared to briefly summarize your background and why you are interested in a particular field. And so here's a sample from that my colleague at East Los Angeles College wrote. So it reads, I am a recent graduate from Van Nuys High School, and I'm currently in my second year at East Los Angeles College with a goal of transferring to Cal Poly Pomona. My current major is mechanical engineering, and this semester I'm enrolled in a SolidWorks course. My career goal is to become a mechanical engineer. I'm excited to learn more about what you do and the company you work for to see if it might be a right fit for me. And I can help you guys develop an elevator pitch before you get paired up to speak with the professionals. All right, researching and finding a professional. So you'll want to do some initial research on the career field or employer you're interested in. And so I like to suggest the Occupational Outlook Handbook, and here is the web page here. I think it's a great place to start to learn more about the field that you're interested in. And then after that, you can start identifying people to interview. So you can pursue your own contacts, people you already know. Even if they're not in fields of interest to you, they can lead you to people who are. So you can reach out to family, friends, teaching assistants, professors, or former employers. Another good resource is to reach out to college alum. So they have a special interest in giving back. So you can find Skyline alum through college career network pages, or you can use LinkedIn to find them. And then a print resource is called the Book of Lists. It's a directory of leading employers in major urban areas. And I found a lot of this information on the UC Berkeley Career website. And you can go ahead and take a look at that link there if you would like to get more information. All right, so preparing questions. So you'll want to make sure to prepare a list of open-ended questions to ask. And so here are some sample questions that you're welcome to use. For example, what are your main responsibilities as a, for example, mechanical engineer? What does a typical day or week look like for you? What do you like most about your work? Or what do you like least about your work? What are common career paths in this field? What steps would you recommend I take to prepare to enter this field? How relevant is your work? How relevant to your work is your undergraduate major? And this one I think is really important on the bottom. What kind of education, training, or background does your job require? So you're welcome to use any of these questions, or you can come up with some open-ended questions of your own as well. And being in this virtual remote environment, the remote informational interview. So you'll want to make sure to learn everything you can about the company and the person you're talking to before the interview. You'll want to make sure to be on time. And if it's a video chat, just make sure to still dress as if you are going to a job interview and dress professionally. You'll want to make sure to stay on track during the interview and be mindful of the person's time that you're speaking with. So managing your time well, and you'll want to be friendly but not too familiar and avoid gossiping. So just make sure to stay professional throughout the conversation. Following up. So you'll want to make sure to keep records and just write down what you've learned. I like to keep a journal where I write down my career goals. So you could just write down in your journal what you've learned, what information you'd like to know, and what your next step should be. It's really important to say thank you to the person that you've spoken with. So make sure to send a thank you note within a couple of days to express your appreciation for their time. And it can be a handwritten note, or it could even be an email. And then make sure to keep in touch with this person, especially if you had a particularly nice interaction. And just let them know that you followed up on their advice and maybe what the outcome has been from the advice they gave you. And this person could become an important part of your network. Alrighty, so I'd like to encourage you guys to register for the Career Exploration Series. Again, I'll be pairing you up with a professional in your field of interest. You can register via this link here. And then if you have any questions, feel free to email me. My email is here below. Thank you guys so much.